Hey everybody, I am here with another knife review for you. I picked up a Gerber Ripstop 2 knife. Now, I'm a huge fan of Gerber knives. Gerber makes two types of knives though. Gerber makes the higher end of their knives is made in Portland, Oregon. They are super high quality. I have a couple of them. They're absolutely gorgeous knives, beautiful. Built unbelievably well. They're just great knives. And then they have a type of knife that they have made for them out of China, and that's what this type of knife is. Now, I do own another Gerber knife that was made in China, and I really strongly dislike it. I don't remember what it's called. It was dirt cheap. It was $20. It's always on sale for $20 at my local hardware store. In my opinion, it's not even worth $20. I can get a better knife at a gas station. I have in fact purchased better knives at gas stations just because they looked cool. And yes, I'm not a huge fan of that knife. Now this one, however, it's a little more expensive, so it's a little bit higher of a category than that knife. Now, I've never tried a Gerber knife that wasn't made in Portland, except for that one. And like I said, that one is a $20 knife all day long. Now, I'm talking $20 Canadian, so you're probably talking like, $12, $13 American. It is a dirt cheap knife. The one that I'm talking about that I don't like, that I don't remember the name of, so I just know it's a dirt cheap knife. This one though is $53 Canadian at my local hardware store, the Gerber Ripstop 2, and is $34 US at Knife Center. So it's sold at Knife Center. So that leads me to believe that it might possibly be an okay knife. I do not expect this to be a good knife. Not by the standards of much better knives that you can get by spending a bit more. For example, my Kershaw Cryo 2. This knife is this is the knife I carry all the time. It's an assisted knife. It's so easy to open. It's very well made. It's all steel, the whole thing. This is a super solid knife. This isn't even the best EDC knife you can get. You can spend way more than this. This one sits at about I want to say about $90 American. I'm not sure what that's going to be in Canadian. I'm not sure what that's going to be in American, probably around the $60-ish mark. So you're looking at about almost twice as much as the Gerber Ripstop 2. This is what I carry for my EDC knife. I love this knife. It feels good. It works well. And I want to see how a more expensive Chinese Gerber kind of rates compared to that really dirt cheap one that I dislike, that I don't remember the name of, which, just if you see a knife that's like under $20 and it has Gerber on it, I don't think I would pick that up anyways. Yeah, at any rate, let's take a look at this one though. Because I love Gerber as a knife company. Like I said, I love their higher end knives, and this would be more of a lower mid-range knife, but made in China, which there are good knives made in China. That doesn't mean that a knife isn't going to be good. There's a lot of talk about whether or not we should be shopping in China or buying Chinese products. That is neither here nor there. I do believe that we should try not to buy them. However, like I said, this one was on. The reason I bought this one is because it was on super sale. I paid $20 for this one. So this is the same price. I paid the same price as that other knife that I strongly dislike by Gerber. However, this one is twice to three times the regular cost of that one. It was just on sale. It was just one of those things. So I walked into it and I thought, well, this will give me a chance to see what Gerber's like at their lower mid point, instead of looking at their cheap knives compared to their better knives that are made in Portland, because those knives are amazing. If you see a Gerber knife that has Portland stamped on it, it's a good knife. There's no second guessing that. It just is. I can guarantee you that's a good knife. So let's take a look at this one without further ado. I'll tell you a little bit about it. Like I said, the Ripstop 2, $53 Canadian, $34 US at the Knife Center. Like I said, sold at Knife Center, so that says maybe it might be okay. It has a 3-inch blade, stainless steel handle. 5CR15 MOV steel blade. It says it's bead blasted. So it's a lower end stainless steel blade. It has a mid to decent edge protection. Great corrosion resistance, medium to good wear retention, good toughness, easy to sharpen, and it's not the best for EDC because it's not a super strong blade, but at this price point, it's probably, you know, not bad, comparable to what else you're going to get at this price point. So without further ado, let's take a look at this guy. I'll use my good knife to open this one up. See, I also really like Gerber's multi-tools. In fact, giving one away with our let's see, we have a 10,000 YouTube subscriber giveaway package that comes with a Gerber multi-tool. I will also be doing a 20,000 follower Facebook package that will come with a Gerber multi-tool and some other cool stuff like some Goodman coffee cups. I'll put a link here for the video for the 10,000 subscriber YouTube giveaway, so you can see all what's in there. It's a great price package. It's like $800 to $1,000 worth of stuff in there. And yeah, I haven't put together the 20,000 Facebook package yet, but I am working on it. I should have the details for that one out, hopefully within the next week or two. Packaging is good. The packaging is definitely strong. It does not want to give up its contents, but I've finally beaten it. That was horrible. I didn't want to cut into it too hard. So here we go. I have the knife. It's interesting. This is like that $20 Gerber knife that I was talking about. I can already tell you that this is 10 times the knife that one is. And like I said, they're both Chinese made. However, this one is it feels nice. Ooh, interesting locking mechanism. I like that. Does not have, it's not a flipper. Like, you can't one hand flip this, so that's not in the cards for you. It doesn't have anywhere you can do it. I mean, there is an indent here. You can use one hand, but it's not comfortable. Locks nicely though, very solid. Like, yeah, and I mean that other knife that I said that I don't like from Gerber, the $20 one, that one also you cannot open one-handed. It is but that one feels like garbage. This one actually has a nice feel to it. Like, definitely a two-hander. Like, this is a utility knife, 100%. Good for use around the house. Maybe as a cheaper EDC knife if you're not going to be using it to try to pry or expect any huge amounts of strength from it. Just something that you can use for cutting in your everyday life. Yeah, I would say it's good for that. If you're going out in the woods a lot, I'd spring for the extra money for something, you know, a little bit more substantial, like this Kershaw Crowd 2. There are also other knives in this price range at the $60 mark US or $90 Canadian that some people might even like better. I really like this knife. There are super nice knives at this price range, like I said, but I really like this one, and it's like Old Faithful. It feels so comfortable in my hand, and when I flip it, it just feels like home, right? And that's how a good knife should be. When it's in your hand, it should feel like home. So, yeah, so we've got, like I said, that's the Kershaw Crowd 2. But now you've got we're back to the Gerber Ripstop 2. This one, definitely not, like, it's not smooth like the Kershaw. It doesn't one hand open like the Kershaw, but this, like, it is smooth. Like, it's got a nice opening to it. The finish on it feels nice. This feels good in your hand. It's comfortable in your hand. It's a very interesting design. I will, let me just bring it closer to the camera so you can see it a little closer. So here you go. This is the Gerber Ripstop 2. Like that is, it's definitely interesting. It's got a nice look to it. That empty framework handle, it's kind of neat. Now to open it, it's actually a frame lock right here. You press it over to the side, and you can get good amount of pressure on it. Use that to close it. And there she is closed up. Like, it's got an interesting look to it. It's a very pretty knife. Like I said, not one-handed. You can, but it's just got a small indent right there. Let's see if we can. There you go. You can see that small indent right there, and you can open it like that, but it's not comfortable. This is a two-hander. This is definitely a two-hander, but you can hear that. That is a nice solid sound right there. It locks nicely. It's an interesting looking knife. It's got a nice feel to it. Like, this is it feels like a good knife. So let's get back to let me get back to sitting down and we'll finish off. All right, so here we are. Now, like I said, nice knife. Feels nice in your hands. Two-hander. I do prefer one-hand opening, of course, but that's just this one's place. It's a two-hander, which is okay if you're using it as a utility knife or an EDC knife that you're not expecting to put under a huge amount of stress. Like I said, it's not a good knife for prying. The steel isn't strong enough to be used that way. It loses its edge quickly, but it's easy to sharpen, easy to get that edge back. Nice looking knife. It looks nice. It looks very nice. It feels very nice. It feels good in your hands as long as you're okay with two-hand opening. It's comfortable. It's got a good feel in your hand. Now, would I recommend it? Now, to tell you the honest truth, at the price range that I bought it at, because it was on super sale, like I said, I spent $20 American on this. It is regularly a $53. Sorry, I spent $20 Canadian on it. It is regularly a $53 Canadian knife. At that price range, this knife is a steal. If you can get it at that price range, this is a buy. This is beautiful. In fact, this is going to be my truck knife from now on in my old Chevy, I think. I'm going to make this my truck knife. Just something that I have there, you know, in case I need to cut something. That's going to be this one's place. It's earned a place in my life as a usable knife. Would I recommend that somebody purchase this as their only knife? Not if you can afford to spend a little more money. If you look at the Kershaw Cryo 2 for a little bit extra, it's almost twice as much, but we're talking at a low price range here. So from $34 US, $53 Canadian for this one, to $80, $90 Canadian, $60, $70 US for the Kershaw Cryo 2. This is a way better knife. I would recommend that if you can spend the extra money to get a better knife in this price range, to do that. You will be 100% happy with it. Now, that being said, even though this is what is considered to be a lower range knife in the Kershaw lineup, money's tight. Everybody knows the government's taxing us to death right now, and money is tight. So, if you could only afford something in this price range, in the $53 Canadian, $34 US, I feel like I could say this isn't a bad choice. I haven't played with a lot of other knives at this price range, so I can't give a guarantee that it's the best choice or that it's going to be among the worst choices. I can tell you that compared to that other knife that Gerber makes that's $20, this thing is night and day. I would carry this. As I said, I'm going to use this. It's going to be my truck knife. That other knife got thrown in a drawer. I bought it for $20 because I was like, oh, look, a Gerber for $20. Yeah, I'm never using that knife. That knife was a waste of money. This one, I feel comfortable with. I feel good about using this, but if you can afford better, I would spend better. If you can't afford better, if this is your price range, I don't feel like you'd be making a bad choice. I have looked at some other knives in this price range, but not a ton. This isn't a price range that I just usually play around with knives in. Like I said, I only bought it because it was on sale for $20. At $20, this thing's a steal. 100%. If you can get this thing for $20, pick it up. It's great at that price range. But at its regular price range, I feel like it's good, but I would check out some other knives as well. I would go to your local knife place that will allow you to actually pick up knives and look at it and see if you can find something that you feel better about. I wouldn't say this is the be all and end all at this price range. I'd say shop around, but this probably isn't too bad of a choice. I know that's not the recommendation that I would like to give for a Gerber. Like I said, I do like them as a company. However, this is their Chinese-made stuff. They do not make this. They pay another company to make this to their specifications, and that's just what you're getting. You're getting Chinese Gerber. If you get the chance to get a Portland Gerber, like I said, pick it up. Going to be a great knife. You're going to love it. I own a couple of them, and I love them. I'm going to have to bring my whole knife collection out one day and show you guys, because I think you might be pretty interested in that. Seeing, I'm doing pretty good. Like I'm not the biggest knife collection by any stretch, but I do enjoy my knives. I believe that knives are a work of art, and I do love them. Yeah. So yeah, if you can pick this up on sale, pick it up. If you can't, then shop around, see what else is available to you. That is about the best recommendation I can give this knife. I wouldn't say that you're getting a bad deal by getting this knife, or that you've made a bad buying decision. Like, I do like it. I do. It's tough. Like, I almost want to give it a better review, because I like it. I do like it. But at this price range, I can't be sure. I'd say shop it around. Give some other knives a try. If you know of a better knife at this price range, or if you have any feelings about this knife at this price range, please leave me a comment. I'd like to know what you think. I would love to know if how it compares against some of the knives that you've seen, or some of the knives that you've played around with, and maybe kind of see where it sits. And maybe I'll pick up a couple more knives, a couple more recommendations that people make on this video, and I'll be able to give a better idea. Maybe I'll do if I can get a few recommendations, maybe I will actually do a little bit of a knife off at this price range, kind of see which ones are better out of your guys' recommendations. So yeah, that's going to be about it for this. Like I said, it's nice. I like it. It's nice. I like it. It's not outstanding. But at this price range, is anything going to be outstanding? It might just be a great knife at this price range. That being said, at this price range, I feel that any knife that you feel good about, that you put in your hand and feel good about taking home, that you feel looks good, feels good, and is going to do the job you want it to, then that's the knife for you. All right. I wish I could be a little more helpful. Like I said, I do like it. If you do have one, let me know. If you have a knife that competes against this in this price range, let me know. Let me know what you think about them. Maybe I'll take a closer look. Until then, I hope that helped a little bit if you're looking for one of these. I wish I could have been a little bit more firm about it. I do like it. I do. And it's growing on me as I play with it, It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Usually I've got a very firm idea on what I like and what I don't like. And I do like this. If this was a one-hand opener, winner. This would be a winner. I don't like two-hand openers. That could be my very thing with this knife that's keeping me from being able to say that I love this knife at this price range, because I love the way this knife feels. I love the way it feels. I love the way it locks. I love the way the frame lock works. I love the way it's built. I love the way it looks, the way it feels. I love the feel, the satiny finish of the finish on this. I love all that, but it's a two-hand opener. It's just tough for me. I don't like two-hand openers. I like to be able to use one hand. And it's not comfortable with this knife. Sorry I couldn't give you a better review on that, guys. I apologize. Like I said, great knife. I do like it. I'd love it so much better if it was a one-hand opener. Maybe Gerber can change that. Do a Ripstop 3. Just really just add a stud. Let us have a one-hand opener. Add a stud on the blade so that we can one-hand open this thing. Or add something, you know, the pivot point there that we can flick it with our fingers. Maybe put it on some bearings. Call it the Ripstop 3, and give us a great knife at this price range. Maybe have to add a little bit more, but give us a great knife, because this feels like it could be a great knife. It's not quite there as a two-hand opener. I like that utility of a one-hand opener. I'm dragging this on and I apologize. It's because I do like this knife. I just don't like that it's a one-hand or a two-hand opener. So I'm gonna leave it there. That decision being, if you feel like you're okay with a two-hand opener, you know, maybe this is the knife for you. If you get a chance to feel it, see what it feels like, and it feels good to you, maybe this is the knife for you. I feel like, yeah, for it to be the knife for me, it would have to be a one-hand opener. So it's going to be my truck knife and my Chevy. And that's going to be it. Yeah. So anyways, I hope that helped. Hope it gave you an idea on whether or not you would want to pick this up if you're looking at it. And yeah, hope you're all out there living your best lives, building each other up, trying to make better versions of ourselves, make the ultimate versions of ourselves. We should always be chasing the ultimate version of ourselves, trying to make ourselves into that, man. And I hope you're all out there doing that. All right? I love you guys.